He was like, oh, I'm 5 minutes away. 5 minutes away. Real good. And I'm like, thank you. And I was like, you look decent too. Help me. Well, okay, we'll start on back with another video. Hey, so today we're going to have a story time on another talking stage that failed completely.
You gonna be, say that you're gonna be.
He say that I'm good enough, but I'm not good enough. Think about shit that I should've known. So I tell him it's one of me. He making fun of me. His girl is a bum to me. Like that boy is a cap. Saying he home, but I know where he at. Like
again, we'll start on back with another video. Hey, so today, y'all, we're going to have a story time on how a 7-month talking stage ended. It failed, and honestly, obviously, when you get out of something, it's been a year though, honestly, ever since I've been in a relationship. I don't know why I keep, it was this dude off Instagram. Yeah, the app. Off of Instagram before this happened. After, even when this was happening, I would ghost on Instagram and stuff like that, and he was like, I couldn't wait for you to come back, which was weird because you've been watching for me. But we would have conversations like here and there, or he would like comment on my story or whatever. He's one of those, like, you can't give too much attention to him. They just like they just comment on the posts, they comment on the stories, and I just fed into it. Now, it was one time where we did communicate, and it was longer than just a text back from like a post. It was just like, that's when I came back from ghosting, which was, I was basically healing, which was last year. So I was talking to him for about, it started becoming serious in December. I feel like it became serious in December, but we was talking before then, y'all, and we was talking on Instagram, and basically, and honestly, y'all, I thought this boy lived around the damn world. This man was like 30 minutes out. 30 minutes out. Now, I really wasn't taking, I'm gonna be honest with you, I had mad hoes, and honestly, to keep it a bug with you, I have to talk to one person. I can't talk to multiple people because I'm going to be giving my favoritism to one person. I'm not going to be worried about the rest. So I know if I started talking to him really deeply, how I'm talking to other people, it's going to get deep, and I'm going to just have my attention on him. And that's happened. That's what happened. Somebody in my life, it was a couple of them, and I slowly stopped talking to them, and I focused my time on, I want to say his real name so bad. The people that's not your type. It's not your type. So basically, I gave him my number. I just thought he was very adorable. Jack was very adorable. I'm calling him Jack. We call him Jack. That ain't close to his name. Jack was really adorable. He was really adorable. Really wasn't my type, but he was very adorable to me. He was unique. So we was talking for a little bit, and at that time we weren't talking that much until we started talking. And I remember it was one time we got on the phone. It was the first time we got on the phone. Now both of us was nervous, and he was nervous too. And honestly, when I'm on the phone with somebody and I'm comfortable with you, I talk my shit. I talk big boy shit. Can't nobody tell me nothing about it. I talk my big boy shit. So we get on the phone for the first time, and it was very, interesting. It was interesting, and I didn't know the first time we was gonna get on the phone, we was gonna go to sleep on the phone. Usually, we talk about it on the back end. But we didn't talk about it on the back end. It just happened. I'm like, oh. I was like, oh. So it happened, and I think the phone hung up. I don't know, but it was just, I thought, that we would talk over it, but it was bedtime, but we were talking, but it was the first night we went to sleep on the phone, which I didn't care for, honestly. Like, past past interests, I would go to sleep on the phone, but like since I wasn't dealing with nobody, I really didn't care to go to sleep on the phone or even get on the phone with a person, because that ain't me. But y'all, this came an instant thing. Every night, every single night, we would go to sleep on the phone. I didn't think of it as, he's just calling me at night. But obviously from talking to each other, he's a busy man. He ain't a boy, he's a man. He's a 20, I think he's 23, so he is very adult, and he has a job and he has things going on. So I never thought of it bad that, oh hey, he's talking to me at nighttime. Now y'all, I should have had like notes for this shit, because I don't know how long this video. I could do a part two. I could do a part two. I probably will, because the story is very interesting. So now y'all, we are deep in this. Honestly, he was like, so if we are getting to know each other, what, like, do you want to just stick to being friends, or do you want to like date in the future? And I wasn't thinking about dating. I was like, he was like, so is that your goal in this situation, to date me, or is it your goal to just talk to me and conversate? I'm like, we've been talking, literally, y'all, this is the only person I'm talking to. I cannot talk to multiple people. I can, but that shit is just weird to me. I just don't like it. And I think I didn't tell him either that I was just talking to him. But it's starting to get juicy, y'all, because this was like 2 to 3 months in, and I'm never doing it again. Let me stop lying, because it's scary. The dating scene is scary. So now, like, yeah, he was like, that's basically the goal. It's the goal, to date. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Do I got receipts? Yeah, maybe we could possibly date. When the dating word came in, it was just different. And I was like, I wish I never said that, because now look how it's going. And I don't want to give all my energy if I'm not receiving it back. And that was the situation with him. It was me, and that's just what a girl, I don't know, that's just me personally. I give off a lot of energy, and then I'm stepping back. I'm like, okay, yeah, I ain't getting that energy back, which I know that, like, but I feel like I should get that return of energy back. That's just me getting that energy back, Bookie. I wasn't giving it back. I wasn't, I was kind of like, okay, what's going on here? Now, y'all, it's gonna get to the juicy part. We actually meet up, so hopefully I don't get copyrighted. So, y'all, within those couple months, recently last month, I posted a video about it on my TikTok, but I definitely deleted it because so we finally meet up. I was so mad. We was talking about this for a long time, y'all, how we was gonna meet up. And I was like, he finally told, like, next week you wanna go to the movies. I'm like, oh, next week. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I was stuck like, for the, you want to, I was like, honestly, that's common for a first date, to the movies. Y'all, remind y'all, dude is short. I don't do short dudes. I always say that shit, because I'm short. Why would I want a short dude? So we were talking about it, and it was finally getting real. Like, he was buying a ticket. He was, like, where you live at? And I was like, oh no, he gotta meet the parents. Now, guys, honestly, I'm not like everyone else. I just can't say, hey mom, I'm finna go, I'll catch up with y'all later. I couldn't do it. I can't do that. So I was like, yeah, you're gonna have to meet them. Well, not even meet them, but like, say, hey, like, don't just pick me up without saying anything. So he was like, yeah, I'm gonna be nervous. Like, I was like, no, you shouldn't be nervous about anything. He was like, yeah, I'm nervous. I'm like, no, they cool people. They just want to see your face, want to see your car. and that's it. And I was scaring myself until like last week, like the week after that. I was like, okay, I'm lit, I'm ready, like I'm ready. Now we finally link up, y'all. So it was that day I wanted to do my eyebrows. Maybe I'm gonna put some pictures in if I don't have them, but if I do. So I had my red jumpsuit on, and I freshly did my eyebrows and my lashes, y'all. I said I'm not gonna put no makeup on for this occasion, and I actually asked him like, "What you putting on?" I'm thinking that we was gonna dress. I was thinking that we was gonna dress alike, cause that's what we talked about. I was like, "Yeah, a little more of this," and he was like, "Yeah, a little more of this," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." And we dressed totally different, but he was in my favorite color, which was black, and I was in his color, which was red. So the movies was a red flag anyway, but honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't gonna put too much business out, but the movies is a red flag. Why are we going to the movies for the first time of us talking, of us getting together? That's kind of weird, but I stuck with it because I was nervous myself. We both was nervous. So he was like, "What's your Addy?" I'm like, I sent him the Addy. He was like, "I'll be there in 20 minutes." Remind y'all, he lived like a different town. He lived in a different town than mine, but it was 30 minutes. I'm like, oh, remind y'all, I just got the shower. I didn't have none of my clothes. I'm like, okay, let's hope I get there. Let's hope I be ready when you get here. Y'all already told my mama about him and everything, and I told him like, hey, you're gonna meet her, and I told my mama, and basically he was like, oh, I'm 5 minutes away. 5 minutes away. We have cameras in every angle, so I wouldn't know what car he was in. So my mom was like, a car approaching. And it's not even in the driveway. It's not even in the driveway. It's like on the side. Now, my daddy was like, do you want me to go out there with you? I'm like, yeah. So he said hey to my daddy, whatever. My mom was like, hey, I like your car, woo, woo, woo. Y'all, the experience was tea, because he opened the door for me. That, I never had that before. Like, I never had a dude to open the door for me, so it took me back. I get in the car. Before this, y'all, the day before this even happened, I told him, like, get the chart together, because, you know, I'm short. Get the chart together. Get my chart together. So, I'm like, you didn't even fix the chart. You didn't even fix the chart. And he was like, you look real good. And I'm like, thank you. And I'm like, you look decent too. Help me. So then, we was basically in the car taking turns listening to music or whatever, and we just chilling, and he vibing and I'm vibing and I'm nervous. And I told my twin and I told my friend about it, because I only got like 2 friends and I ain't got that many to talk to. So I told them or whatever, and I was like, the car nice. I thought I never know, but he's a very decent young boy. He's a decent young man. So I think it was nothing. So his car was pretty nice. We was just chilling, riding around. He hurry up and opened the door for me. I'd never had this shit before. This it's blowing me, because I never experienced that before. Like, it was really like, whoa. Now, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, on TikTok, I was on TikTok and I basically was like, hey, y'all, so y'all know that I got out of a relationship, and I'm finally going out with somebody, and he's taking me out, and woo woo woo, and I'm scared, and woo woo woo, and I have to do an update video. But besides the point, we get there, and I was like, I look good. I don't want to put on no jacket because I look good. I don't want to, I look good as shit. What I would like, put on a jacket, and it was cold as shit outside. So he come and open the door for me, and I'm like, okay. He was like, you gonna get your jacket, or you gonna keep it, or you gonna bring it? I'm like, I'm gonna just bring it with me or whatever, but I'm not finna put it on. And he was like, bet. And I'm like, he was talking all that big stuff. I said, sure, people talk the big shit. Duh, I'm short. I told you this. And I'm standing by him. This man is my height, and we argued each other up and down about how he's taller than me and all this and all that, and I'm looking down on you and all this and all that. Homeboy head was huge. of course you looking down at me. And we just like, you know, he already paid for the tickets and stuff, so I wanted to get something. He was like, do you want popcorn? Like, do you want some of those things? And I'm like, just give me some popcorn. On top of that, y'all, I was on my stuff, so I really didn't have no taste in my mouth, which I could have told him, and we discussed after. And he gave me a smoothie. I think not it was a smoothie, it was a slushie. So I went there, I just took his pictures for him, and we just sat down and chilled, and we were talking. I feel like I was talking a lot because I'm very comfortable with somebody when I'm talking. I talk a lot. So movie theater, and we were watching a movie. And y'all, after, no, I'm gonna just tell y'all because I'm going back and forth. So we was just chilling. It was where like it wasn't just like two seats. It was 2 and 1. So we was sitting close to each other, and I looked at. He was like I was mean mugging. I was like I'm gonna stop doing it because I look mean. He was like we watching a movie. He like this shit lame. I said you the one that picked it. And he was like you the one that said a scary movie. And I'm like, yeah, but it was cool for the moment. And he was like, yeah. We go to the movies, woo. Get home, I was like, I it was a nice time seeing you, and you smell real good and all that. And he was like, yeah. I was like, woo. Now, the downfall is, honestly, y'all, the first time I asked him, I was like, hey, like, I want to know why you want to talk to me at night. And y'all, the dude give me excuses of a grown man. Now, I dealt with another grown man before him, and his excuses was just too much excusity. It was too much excusity. Honestly, when you like somebody in a way, we fell out before. So the way you're saying that you care for me, you like me, you should be able to give me time, right? So the situation, I told him, he was like, I'm gonna try to give you more time, like the nap date that you always wanted, we can definitely have that. Woo. We was planning. He was like, when do you want it? I was like, whenever you're available. As you say, you are so busy. He was like, I'm like, cool. He trying to make it up to me, whatever. Couple weeks go by, and so that day was Monday. I got it. This was recent. Let me see. So Monday was the 8th, May the 8th, 2023. So it was one of those days where I was like, before this, y'all, I was not feeling him. Like, I really wasn't feeling him. Like, our conversations got shorter and shorter by the day. Like, shorter and shorter by the day. Remind y'all, the schedule that he told me was he worked 12 hours a day. He would usually go to the gym, come home, get on the game, then he calls me, which I'm cool with. And then I was telling him to tell me, like, let me know how your day is. When is your lunch break? Woo. Asking him questions so he can see what I'm seeing. He's like, yeah, I work 12 hours a day for 6 days. And I'm like, okay. Y'all, we've been talking for we was almost talking for 8 months, right? So, in some category, I possibly should be in it, right? Now, I don't know if that's my fault, if that's his fault, but we was talking about dating or whatever, and in this situation, you ain't got time for me. Told him. Before this even happened, y'all, basically how it was is, I wanted him to see what I'm seeing, because I told him before, I said, this shit gonna get boring. And I don't know what else to say after this. Like, it's getting boring. This was in the first situation. He told me, like, I don't want to argue. I don't want to do none of that. If somebody that I like and care for. I said, okay, cool. The second situation that we're in right now, we're no longer in, because I took myself out of the equation. So I'm telling him, and he's like, yeah, he was just telling me his days. And I'm like, okay, so you're saying this. Now I want you to and I want to say this. You're telling me all this and that, but when do you have time for me? He went off saying, Destiny, you're not dealing with a young boy, you're dealing with a grown man. I have shit to do. He said something about a mission, and I told him, okay, I get this, but can you tell me you don't got time for me so I can do what I gotta do and get with the program? That, like, if you feel that way, and all this, and I was like, y'all. Do I have a voice message? I sent it to my friend. Y'all, when I say I was losing it, I was so angry because, like, no, we not about to do that. Like, I don't know why you think of that. Okay, y'all. I don't think y'all can hear it. Let's hear it.
And I'm getting pissed off.
Don't look at my nails.
Girl. I am getting pissed off because this person is telling me every step of his day, and I think that's why I'm crying, because I'm so mad, because I'm so invested in this shit. Telling me the steps of your fucking day, and I'm not in not one step. You telling me your entire day, from when the time he wake up to the time he get in the house, not one time am I'm in that between timing to see if I'm good. When am I in that timing?
The situation is, y'all, I need people to realize, like valued in this situation. It was about him, and he's busy, and this and this and that, and all I told him was, tell me, Destiny, I ain't got time for this shit, and let me be. That's all I asked. I'm sending him voice messages and all this and all of that, and basically I was like, I can give two fucks that you are busy. When a man likes a girl, and when a man wants to date this girl and care for her, as he say, you give time to people. You see what I'm saying? Like, you give people time. Like, people that you like, you give them your time, right? So what's wrong with this? And it was excuses, and this is the second time, and the third time is my fault. That's my fault. The second time is the second time is my fault. So this message I got from him was like, he replied to my message and was like, all right, don't give a fuck. And that was it. Which was May the 8th, 2023. Now this video might not be up by time. It might be late. It might be delayed, but I'm just giving content out. Now, in these voice messages that I sent to my friend Shaniqua, I was telling her, like, the situation, and I want y'all to hear this, y'all, because I know, like, look at how many I sent her throughout that day. You see this, right? I was pissed. I was literally pissed, y'all. And honestly, I'm finding my worth, and I'm so mature. Like, I feel like I'm so mature because the person that I am, I would have cussed him out. I would have did so much stuff to him. But honestly, y'all, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I didn't like the dude. I told my friends, like, I didn't like him. He wasn't attractive. He was adorable, which is not the good word to say for a dude. He's adorable. I really didn't like him like that. But I can tell y'all that I tried to cut him off the first time, and I just couldn't. And I just was like, okay, we finna start over. We finna do this shit over. The first time, I did not want to cut him off. I didn't want to cut him off. I did, and I'm admitting, I did not want to cut him off. Okay, y'all, before my brother interrupted me, I don't know how the camera looked at. Okay, y'all, so basically, y'all, I don't know where I was at. So, you see, siblings, don't tell your mama not to have any. Basically, y'all, I had to cut it short because I feel like, as a person, as me, since I went through myself, that went through, like, everything that I went through, cool. It was just like it was just too much excuses. Like, you have time for me, and then he tried to throw in my face like, we went to the movies, so I had to have time. One time, my nigga, like one time. But I feel like I'm so mature, and I tell my friend that I'm so mature because I literally could have turned him up to pieces, shreds. I could have shredded that man down to make him feel horrible as a person, but I didn't. I just moved myself out of that equation because I feel like it wasn't worth it. But I do want y'all to read. I do want y'all to listen to this because I was telling a story. Let me see.
I'm like, okay, I'm like, what time is your lunch hour? Remind you, before this even happened, I remember saying something to the extent of, why do we only talk at night? I don't know if that conversation was 2 weeks ago, prior to this situation. And we talked about it, and it was basically saying how, I'm gonna make time for you, and we're gonna talk, and basically we're gonna chat. I'm gonna try to make time for you, But it was always, I have a mission. I am working. I am at the gym. I have a little hustle on the side. I'm a busy man. I'm not a little boy, so I have a busy life. Okay, so I get that. But when is there between when you talk to me instead of nighttime? I don't know how weird. I don't know how people do that. That's just not me. I'm now seeing. I try not to pick everything out that I don't like. So basically, I'm asking him all these questions, and I say, so within me asking these questions, finally, when is there time between to talk to me? Our conversations are getting shorter and shorter by the day. So with that being said, my question is, what is next? Explain that to me. He said, I'm a busy man. I do have a lot on my plate right now. And I told him, all I want to hear from you is, Destiny, I ain't got time for this. I don't got time for you. That's all I want to hear, because you saying that I can make time and do this and all that. You got A and Z of situations that's going on in your life, but you don't have one slot for me to fill in. So either, and basically on top of that, I said to myself, I really wasn't feeling him anyway, because I lose interest in dudes really easily when you're not talking to me. You want this, you want that, but this is not happening. He tell me A to Z of his day, and I'm like, okay, it's not one slot, one time. And people, you can care for me, and you can love me, and you can want to be in a relationship with me, but you're not making time for me. That's two different things. They're two different things. So I'm telling him this. I said, to be in a relationship, I don't want to be with you. That's just being real. I'm not being behind the bush. I said, all I want to hear is, I ain't got time for you. And he said, if you think so, well, just be it. And I said, just tell me this, because me begging for somebody time, when a person likes you and they got a busy ass life, they have time for you. You are this bullshit that you got in your head that you think that's gonna work is not gonna work. You're prolonging this shit, and it's pissing me off because
Okay, y'all. Basically, me telling my friend, like, I'm so fucking mad. Like, I don't think people understand how, when you are out of a relationship and you are single, you do tend to get in a lot of talking stages. When I tell y'all, I can't count on my hands, on my toes, how many talking stages I've been in since I was in that last relationship. But I never wasted 7 months. That was deep. That was harsh. 7 months talking to somebody for 7 whole months. Like, it was prolonged, and that shit was prolonged. And like I said, if you like a person, you will give them your time. Simple, period. It's nothing else to this shit. You get time out of that person's day. I didn't get time out of his day, so I nicely dipped. It's been 4 days. Today is May the 12th, 2023. I haven't talked to him in 4 days. Usually, y'all, I will block his number, block his accounts, and do all that regular shit. I just unfollowed him, and that is perfectly fine. Honestly, sometimes stuff don't work. I had this conversation with my mama. Some things just do not work out, and that's fine. That's cool. But Like, honestly, if this dude texts me, I'm gonna say, we don't ever text my phone again, because you don't respect my time and you don't respect me. So obviously, just don't talk to me again. That's just the best way to do it. The best, kindest way to do it. Don't ever speak to me again. And that's fine. And I feel like he will definitely do that. But like I told y'all, he did text me back. He texted me, but I never texted him back. I reacted to his message, but I never texted him back. And I unfollowed him on Instagram, TikTok. I deleted his number. After that, I give them an ultimatum in my head. If this man don't text me back by this time, we're blocking. You're not wasting time. You're not gonna waste somebody else's time. I'm sorry. Life goes on, and you find different people. It was just his experience. It was just the experience, honestly. Dane is just worthless. It's a worthless thing that I don't like. But yeah, this is the story time of my failed talking stage of 7 months. Yeah. Make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications to get more videos like this. And I hope y'all like how I look. And I love y'all, and I hope y'all had a beautiful day today. And make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. Get me to 2K subscribers, and I love y'all.